Peace and blessings. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm not going to be on here long, I hope. I know I always say that, but I'm not going to. Um, I feel like I have to talk about this because, you know, um, you never know when's going to be your day, your last day to go. You never know, and because, I've been in this program, I think it's important for me to document as much as I can document. And it's important for me to vocalize all of the things that I've been going through thus far by being in this program. And I will link another video in the description box. And it is to my other channel, which I don't have access to because they have taken away that access to that email, which was one of my primary emails, actually. That was my primary Gmail, you know, and they took that. So I'll link that in the description box just so I wouldn't, have to prolong this video. But I did want to give an update and just to reiterate why I am in this program, why I am targeted, why I'm being persecuted. And I want to say this first, though. I'm not a nihilist. I am not a hothead. I'm not a troublemaker. I'm not a criminal. I don't have a criminal record. I've never been to jail. I'm not suicidal. I don't have schizophrenia. I do not have schizoaffect. I do not have psychosis, and I do not have bipolar disorder, the depressive type, or any of them of that matter. So no matter what anybody says or how they try to paint my reality, it's not true. I'm not a violent person. You know, I am controversial, but I'm not violent. You know, I only protect myself. So, however anyone wants to translate that is up to you. But I'm not a violent person. I don't go around starting trouble with anybody. So I never asked to be put in this program, or maybe I did when I decided to go against the grain, go against the system. What had happened back in 2018 was that I was cultivating a litigation case against my cousin, who I had found out by way of thorough research and pulling MLS reports, pulling deeds, pulling death certificates, and reviewing the living trust and will, or should I say the living trust and or will, because I don't think there was ever a will, or maybe it was and I just didn't get my hands on it. But I know for certain there was a living trust, a family account. Through that, I have found out that my cousin was definitely, I could nail his ass to the picket fence with undue influence. But when I started to microscopically examine the evidence deeper, I saw that the documents were not corresponding the way that they were supposed to. And it just wasn't making sense. So I found out that there was foul play involved, that he had his mother, my aunt, murdered, had our grandfather murdered, and our grandmother murdered for that inheritance, that family account, because I believe that the inheritance was left to my father. And what that means is that, considering that my father is dead, it goes to my brother and I, and we're twins, and we have the family last name. My cousin does not have the family last name. My sister, out of the four of us grandchildren, she is the first born grandchild, but she doesn't even have the family last name. You know, Pretty much the only people who does is my brother and I. At least that's still living. So I believe that this was all in the name of obtaining that. And once I had figured that out, I had gotten the evidence, like I said, that I needed to nail his ass to the picket fence. I had gotten the confessional from a tenant that was living on my grandfather's property in the back. She told me everything. Things were not corresponding the way that they were. People, different faces coming in and out of my grandfather's house, taking things, people coming to pick up rent that don't normally come to collect rent. And she even was able to validate my grandfather's signature and said that that wasn't it, at least from the living trust, or should I say, quote unquote, revised living trust that my cousin tried to show me at Chili's back in 2017, I believe. He tried to show me this fake, faulty living trust. And this is how I knew that it was all fake, because for one, like I said, my sister does not have the family last name. She has my mother's last name. And they put her name down as Hollins. Dead giveaway. But there were so many holes in that, and he was so dumb in being used by, money hungry devils, to the point where he didn't even make enough money off of my grandfather's family home, which is where my grandmother was still staying, because my grandmother and my grandfather were separated, but they were still married. And my grandmother was still the landlord over the family home. And he sold that, but he didn't get a lot because there was still equity in that house that still needed to be paid. There was, loans that still needed to be paid off. So the real estate agent, here they go with the loud noises. The real estate agent who sold the house for him sold it also for the buyer. So she made a double percentage. And I know this because I was working in real estate as a property management assistant at that time. So that's how I was able to have my coworker pull the MLS reports, which I still have copies of that, all of that. I have evidence of all of that, and he ended up selling my grandfather's house. Now that was very, very hard to do. And it's interesting because now that I think about it though, now I know how he did it. He didn't have my signature, but he got my brother's signature. And because they are harebrained dumbasses, he literally thought because we're twins that we have the same damn signature, or that they can duplicate, his signature. Make it look like as if we have the same signature. Bro, we're fraternal. We look alike. You can tell we're from the same clan. You can actually tell that we're twins. But we're not identical. It's not like we have the same fingerprint, idiot. So he got my brother to sign off on something, and I told him he shouldn't have signed that, or you don't sign anything, but he did it anyways because, my brother was being manipulated, and stuff like that. So that's how they were able to get the signature. Now I see, now that I'm thinking about it, that's how they were able to sell it, because they wouldn't have been that would have been the hardest thing to do. And even then it took a while to do that, but by that point in the process of selling it, they had already started poisoning me. My family was trying to kill me, by ODing me, and they were already sending people to try to assassinate me, all this type of stuff. People trying to set me up to be killed. Even when I was in Louisiana, I was being drugged at an alarming rate. And it was very known to me because when I ended up down there, it was around 2018, of course, in August during the summer solstice. As you know, that's like a big, big time for witches and warlocks. There were Shriners there, Moor Shriners, whatever. Eastern Stars was there. The Greek sororities and fraternities were there. You had Skull and Bones, just people from all walks of life that knew so much about me, and I didn't know shit about them. And it was evidently clear to me that they were trying to sacrifice me because of what I had known. At least so I thought. I just thought it was because, I was cultivating this case against, my cousin. But it was deeper than that. In order for me to obtain that inheritance, that family account, I would have to sell out. I would have to become a Mason. Thus, the reason why as a child, and I've explained this before on my other channel, that, I'm a survivor of SRA, satanic ritual abuse. I was molested, all that type of stuff. This is why they were trying to groom me, to force me into that. But it never happened. I started breaking out of my programming around like 17 and a half. That's when I really started becoming rebellious, and I started doing research on my own and stuff like that, but I've never taken any damn oaths. I've never been to a damn Masonic temple or anything like that, so that still stands, and it's obvious. It's obvious because otherwise, if I would sure enough be dead if I already did all that, and I didn't, but they've made me destitute. I was homeless, I was eating out of the garbage, didn't have food, stuff like that, and by the grace of the Most High, I'm still here, and they still trying to kill me. So I'm making this video just as an update to let you guys know that I'm doing fine. I feel good. I feel healthy, even in the midst of all of this, bodily trauma that I'm experiencing due to the direct energy weapons, all this electronic warfare. I'm still good. The Most High allows for me to still breathe. He allows for me to still be healthy. I still pray. I still fast. I still read my word, and I am for my people, especially the ones who's going through persecution. But I'm not for the people who have maligned themselves with this dark, nefarious system, especially if you call yourself a brother or a sister. You got to be ashamed of yourself, because I'm going to tell you something. The reason why it pisses me off is because there's a lot of brothers and sisters who have fallen to this damn wicked ass program. I mean, some warriors, they put up a hell of a damn fight. And y'all got the nerve to sell them out for mammon, for money. And that's fucked up. It is. It's fucked up. And y'all gonna get y'alls in the end. Y'all really are. Because I can get it. I can understand it. Because I expect it from a stranger. Because they don't know shit about me. And I don't know shit about them. And I can even expect it from a neighbor. Because I don't even fuck with y'all. I was pointing because, they're back there. I'm in my garage. So I'm pointing that way, in that direction. But they're all around me, But yeah, I can, even from a neighbor, I can expect it. Because I don't even fuck with y'all. But the reason why I have such, this unsettling, righteous anger in me about my family doing it is because y'all supposed to be my family, and I'm loyal to y'all, even though y'all have expressed to me by doing the things that you have done to me and still are doing to me, that you are not loyal to me, that you would rather sell me out for money, for crumbs. You would rather sell me out so that you can try to, extend your little wretched life on this earth because you're afraid to die for the word. You're afraid to stand up for the word. You're afraid to voice your opinion. You're afraid to think for yourself. And because you love the world. I don't have no respect for y'all. I don't. So I'm going to get off of here because I've been on here for about close to 14 minutes talking. So I'm going to link that video because I think I went in a little bit deeper. Maybe I probably said the same things, but I tried to give a summation of that just to let you guys know why I'm in this program and how my targeting jump started. So yes, stay in the fight, my real true brothers and sisters. Please pray for me. I'm going to continue to pray for you. And don't give up. Don't stop believing. And let's prepare because we got a hell of a fight coming. We do. And it's going to be our real test of faith. And these people know, so I'm out.